Hello, everyone. Today I'll be playing the third One Dawn game. Um, he played really well. He took his time and didn't make too many mistakes. So hopefully you will enjoy watching it. And let's get started. Okay, looks like I might finally get a game with black. Okay, so this is just my favorite opening. Really like the territory. He approaches here, so I can pincer or I can take points. And I like points, so I'll take the points. He normally has to make a base here. And so now you want to approach normally the 3-4 corner before the 4-4. Because with the 4-4, if he plays a move here, the corner is still open. But with a 3-4, he can take the corner in one move. Just make a base here. Because if he tries to pincer here later, the stone might have to run out, and he gets a lot of potential to build on this side. He extends here, which normally is not that big because this is low value because this is low, and he can always take the corner. So normally it's Miai. So normally you don't have to do that. Um, so I can approach here to grow this side while putting some pressure on the two stones. I can approach on this side, and he backs off, but then I'm not really growing anything here. If I approach on this side, it's about the same where I don't really have any potential to grow. So I think here I'm just going to take points. I'll do the 3-3 because I feel like both sides are kind of low value. Though here you can kind of say the same thing where I'm still kind of taking the low value side, but at least I can say I got some points here. Okay, so now he has a wall here, so I want to reduce this side, not let him extend here. So because he played this Hane right away, there's this peep here. So normally from a wall like this, you want to go 3 spaces. Then your follow-up is the peep, or you can make a extension on the side. And if you go further, then he can make a base. Okay, so he's trying to attack. So I'll play the peep. He goes here, and then I can jump here. And now it looks like this wall is not really a wall, but just a weak group, especially if I get another move around here. And at the same time, my stones are getting out into the center. Okay, so he's trying to cut this off. So I can push out here, which is kind of sacrificing the 2 stones. I can push here, but then he just extends and he can cut this off. So I'm thinking I want to keep this group weak. And these 2 stones are probably bigger than this one because if he captures it, I can still approach here and threaten to connect under. So he doesn't really make too many points here. If I go here and he tries to cut, I can Atari, extend up, and then I can get out. So the shape isn't that good, but I think I'll play this one. Then, yeah, after he pushes here, I extend. So I still have this cutting point, but I think I will try to fix it by playing this Hane. This does kind of damage my corner, but it doesn't seem, because I can jump out here or just extend and connect to this, it won't 100% die. So maybe he's considering playing this peep, which I just connect. And then if he turns here, I probably have to come back and fix my cutting point. So I probably made some mistake here, but I think it'll be okay because this is still weak. And then he didn't play here, which I feel like this move is very big. So I will play there. And again, even if he plays something over here, I can still run out. And so he gets a corner, but it's not that big. And he has his weaknesses here. So I want to try and get out. So I can't do this Hane because if he connects here, he has a ladder to capture this stone, and then he also can capture with this Atari and ladder it. So I think I will just defend my cut, and it's aiming at this cut and also jumping out with this move. And then next, it's probably important who gets the corner. Okay, so yeah, he plays here. So I really can't really attack this anymore. If he turns here, it's not that big. This group is safe. This is, even if you capture it, it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points. And if we look elsewhere, like this is not very big. This is not very big. I have a few points here. I have this corner, which can be taken away, but I should get about 10 points either here or on the outside if he invades. And I got this corner. Then you see he has this weak group, which he didn't defend. So I think I'm going to go ahead and attack this first. And then if he comes back here to capture, then I get another move elsewhere. And then if he doesn't come back and capture, then I can always save it. Okay, so I'll extend here. That way if he tries to cut here, I can just connect. If he cuts, then there's this move here, which captures. And if he tries to go through this way, again, I can capture. So at this point, it's probably not even worth saving this. If he tries to capture, he's spending like 1, 2, 3 moves to capture one stone. So I think I will play this one, which is threatening to play this wedge. And if he just connects, I can play another Hane, which again is threatening to capture. So again, if he captures this one stone, he plays like all these moves just to capture that one stone. And his corner is already alive, so it's very inefficient for him. So he tries to defend like that. He still has cutting points here, but if I connect and he connects like this, it's hard to say if that's good for me because I might want to do this one instead, to where if he connects this way, I can Atari, and if he goes this way, I still have the option to do that. And I'm going to say this one's probably a little bit better. And if he's not careful, I can also play this throw in here and Atari and capture. Okay, so he does that. So we spent all these moves here to connect, but he still hasn't even captured this stone because I could Atari and play here. But at this point, I think that's a little too small. I need to do something on this side. So this is kind of out into the center. So even if he cuts, I can go here, and I'll live at the bottom. And then if he runs out, this shouldn't be that bad. So I think I'm going to attach here and try to make this area as big as possible. So normally when you make a big area, you will make it as big as possible so that when they do invade and they live, you get more territory as you surround them. Because again, you're not supposed to try and kill unless you can read it all out and know that it's 100% dead. But before that, you're supposed to play safe and just take profit. And again, this just doesn't feel that big because if you just look at all the moves he played here, and he goes here, and I think I counted at like 17 points. So if he gets this, so this is only like a 25 point corner, somewhere around there. And that's if he gets everything. Okay, so he tries to reduce. So here there's some cutting points I can try to take advantage of. So I'll go ahead and make this nice and strong. And then if he goes like here or something, connects, and then he tanukis to go further in, I can approach here, which is threatening to, well, first it makes points here, makes my corner a little bit stronger, and it's aiming at the cuts. Okay, so he connects with that one. So I have a cutting point here, but I can just play on the outside and it should be okay. And this is not 100% alive, so I'll do the same thing where I'll approach here, which is putting pressure on this group and also making some profit. And the reason I'm not playing over here is because if I just cap and he goes down here and he lives somewhere, then I just made no points here. But if I do something like this, he can just press down, connect, I go here, and I'm only making about 10 points. And that's just not big enough at this point. So here, it's looking pretty dangerous with this cut now. So I think I'll come back and fix it. Then this group is still not alive. Okay, so he tries to run out. So I do want to stop him from connecting both of his groups too easily. So if I just go here, he can play here. And he can cut, and it doesn't really make that big of a difference. If I go here, he hanes, I extend. He goes here, I extend. There's some weaknesses. So I'm not sure if this peep is necessary, but I'll play it just to be safe. Because now if he were to Tanuki and I push through and cut, this is a lot bigger. And both my groups I feel like are pretty alive because I got the corner, I'm out. This one, if he goes here, I go here, I'm alive, and then this is out. So I don't think it's in any immediate danger. So I can extend here. He gets this tiger's mouth. I extend, which is putting some pressure on this group. I can also consider playing here to get rid of his tiger mouth. And if he hanes, I think he captures it. So yeah, I think I'll just save it to take some profit over here. And then when he goes here, he's kind of pushing me in the direction of his weakest group. And then this group is still not 100% alive either. And I don't think he can connect in one move. Okay, so he comes over here to try and live. Okay, so at this point, I don't see a way to profit by attacking. This one, I probably make around 10 points. If I play here, it's not that much, and I don't really have a big chance of invading here. If I play this one, it's quite big, but I think I might save this now. So I think I counted this as like 17, but he'll still capture this. But as I connect, I'll make a few more points. So the only question is if his influence here affects this or not, which it might a little bit. So it might be time to just play here. See if he does try to let me if I'm able to capture this stone, then I don't have to worry about that influence. Um, but maybe I can play in a way that lets me kind of connect. Okay, so he jumps out. So this is an option now. So if he cuts, I can surround, and I feel like I should have more liberties. Um, I really don't want to let him connect this easy, so I think I'm going to try and cut somewhere. Probably this way. Because I want to make sure both stay weak. Because as soon as they get connected and strong, then there's a lot more he can do. But when he's weak, he has to be more careful. Okay, so he goes there. So I think I'm just going to Atari. And then when I connect here, he can't push through because he has liberty issues, and I'm making some more profit here. And then again, they're all cut off, and this is surrounded now. So if I was white, I would be worried about life. And this one still doesn't have two eyes, though he does have some eye shape here. So he can jump here, which is making an eye. Even if I try to push through and get rid of one, he'll get an eye on the other side. Okay, so this is pretty much alive. I don't think I would have to play here first, and then he just lives. But maybe I can get him to push here, which would help me make more to make this more solid. But if I go here and need Tanukis, I play here. No, this one. Then I think it should be dead. So this move should help protect the corner. And if he pushes, it'll help this side. And then if he goes back, okay, yep. So he goes there, and then he's probably gonna live. Okay, so he lives with a very small amount of points, and I got very strong on the outside. Okay, so since I don't really have to worry about this group because I can play here, connect under, connect here, or run out, and this is still weak, it should be okay. And this is probably the biggest thing I can do, so I'll go ahead and save this. Suppose he could try to fight here, but I don't think that would work too well for him. Because if he goes here, I cut, he Ataris, I go here, he has to connect. I think I can turn here. He has to extend. I have 3 liberties, and well, maybe it doesn't work. He might have 4. So let me double check. Well, we'll see what happens. But even if I can't kill this, I should be able to squeeze in some way. And then he does have, if I push here, I have this Atari, so maybe I can get out, and then this stays weak. This might get into some trouble, but I can always just jump into the corner. Oh, he does that one. Okay, so he might get a Ko, but I don't think I'm too scared of a Ko. Oh, he does that one. Okay, so I'll turn. Hmm. So I guess the question is, can I Hane here? Then he would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties, and I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. And if he cuts here, and I cut here, he extends. I think I can get out with this one. Okay, so he cuts right away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so since he didn't do this cut, He's forced to capture, but I should be able to get nice and strong on the outside. So later I can even consider something like this Atari and cut. And this is getting stronger, so this is getting weaker. Not sure what to do though. Let's play here to try and profit from this way, and also see what he does. Okay, so he runs. Okay, so I'll just push. And now because this is weak, this group is pretty strong. I can't really invade here. So I'm thinking I can attach here, which should be forceful and get me some extra stones on the outside. Which if he lets me get this side, I'm making some points on this one. If he gives me the outside, then I can make more, I have more potential in the center. So I feel like I benefit either way. Okay, so it goes that direction. So I can Hane here, and if the Ataris connect, he has some cutting points, and this is cut off. I can also go here, and if he goes here, I extend, and I got cutting points on both sides. So that seems more like it's worth more than just getting the cut off. Because again, there's no guarantee I can kill this. So taking away this would be worth more. And if he's going to play moves here just to connect to this weak group, just Dame, he's not really making any profit here. Okay, so he goes out, so of course I need to run out. And then this corner is getting very weak. If I play here, it gets a little bit difficult for him. Just connect here, because then there's the double Atari. Okay, so he connects. So if I go here, he can play something like this to try and get Ice Shape and Sente, because he can threaten the cut. So I think I'll just protect the cut directly, which makes this corner weak, so he probably needs to try and do something to live here. And then these stones aren't really making that much profit, though I probably can't attack this anymore. Okay, so he's trying to fight back. So if I push through here, and he goes here, I Atari, push here, here Atari, and it's a ladder, which I think works for me, but let me double check. Well, I guess it's, yeah, looks like it works. Mhm. And even if he Atari's here, I connect. He goes here, I connect. And here I can probably still live in the corner, and he can't surround me. So I can just push through. He goes here, I capture. If he tries anything, I can just net it. Um, yeah, okay. So this might be the best way for him. Okay. So I just need to make sure all my groups are alive, not really focus on killing. So if he cuts here, I can just Atari, play this double Atari and capture. So this group definitely feels weaker than this one. And then this one can even do stuff in the corner, like this attach and here and threaten to kill. Not sure what the best way to do is. Since he goes here, it's a double Atari, so he can't really cut. So I think I can cut him off here. So this is pretty dangerous for me, but it feels like it should be okay because my groups feel stronger than his. And so I just need to make sure I'm connecting while surrounding. So even if you were to try this peep, I connect and he cuts. I still have this push here, which you would have to connect. So I'm connected, and then I just have to do something in the corner. He does this one. Which I think if he cuts here, probably, it's a little tricky. So if I go here and he goes here, he can capture. So I would have to defend. But I should have more liberties than him. But if I go this way, I capture the two stones, but he can Atari in here, and then he goes here. And there's some weaknesses here. So I'm thinking this might be a little bit better, but not sure because he also has this peep. So yeah, I need to work on my reading. Okay, so he goes here, so I just need to defend. I'll just defend this way. Though that probably wasn't good. I probably should have played here, because now he can play here, threatening to cut. But I don't think that really does that. Or he can play this one, threatening to cut. Then he has the snapback. Okay, so he does that one. Okay, so I can turn here. So at this point, I didn't do very well with attacking. So now I just need to make sure I'm alive. He goes there. I'm pretty happy with that because I can Atari, and if he lets me capture the three stones and I connect everywhere, and he captures these stones, it seems okay for me. Because he still has to come back and defend his corner at some point. Okay, so just capture. I'm assuming he will defend the corner somehow, which is looking quite difficult because now I'm just very strong here. So if he does something like this, I can consider peeping and then maybe doing something like this. Okay, so he threatens to connect under first. So if I block this and he goes here, still some weakness there. Yep, I'll go ahead and block. Because I still kind of want to play this peep here. And if he connects under, it's not as effective. So if I peep here and he connects, I can push one more time. He connects, which helps stop him from jumping too far in over here. And then this is still not 100% alive if I try to cut it off. Oh, he does that one. Seems like there is some issues with that. So I can go here, he goes here, I can connect here, here, here. If he blocks here, I can do this. Let's just see what he does. Okay, so he does go there. So if I go here and he just extends here, looks like he probably can live. So at this point, I think I'll just leave this for now, because later I'll probably want to play this one, and then he goes here to live. So I'll just play other moves. And if he connects here, I could even consider this one, but I don't think it works. So if he connects, I go here. Yohanes, I can cut this off. Okay, so he's trying to play more actively. I'm just going to Hane. If he extends, I'll connect. So now this is very strong. And this is not 100% alive, so he probably still has to connect here. Okay, so again, he tries to be more active. So I think I'll again just Tanuki here. He can't really jump much further than this. He probably can play this one, but then I just block. So biggest points is probably this one. White has about 45 points plus Komi. Very strong here, so this move just doesn't work, I think. So I can just play here, he goes here, I cut, and everything's alive. So he has about 45 points plus Komi, and I have about 60. Okay, so I can do this one, which this area is about all I counted. So if he gives me a few extra points here, then that 60 goes up. And I don't think he can really cut this off. And then when I play moves like this and he's forced to live, his will go down a little bit and mine will go up. So I feel like I'm reasonably ahead. Okay, so if I play here, he goes here. I go here, he goes here. I can go here, capture the 2 stones, but I think he can kill these. So I think probably just save these stones. He goes there. Okay, I'll just capture. this is bad for him because in game, now if he plays this Hane, I go here, he connects. Now I don't have to come back and play here right away until he does this Atari. So it's not Sente anymore. Comes back, saves that, I go here, and I still have like this I can play, and then there's some weaknesses here I can push through. And also remember that, at least for now, I can still force him to capture these. Okay, so he just defends. So at this point, I think I'm just going to play in-game. I'm ahead, so I don't need to try and kill this, which I think if I play here and he goes here, I think he just lives. So I'll play here. And if he tries to capture like this, I capture. And I think he might need to add another move here, because later I have stuff over here. Maybe not. Yeah, that should just be 100% alive. But he's only going to make, a few points here. Okay, so for in-game, this is not Sente, so this is probably the biggest. It's reverse Sente, and it's pretty big. There's still moves like these and stuff over here to make points as well, but normally uh, end game on the corners and sides is normally much bigger than the center ones. Place there, yeah, that's pretty big. And he can capture the one stone. Okay, so he's threatening to play this one and capture the 3 stones. If he pushes through here, doesn't look like it really does that much. So I'll just simply connect. Let me see if Score Estimator agrees with me. Yep, it's saying I'm ahead by about 17. The one thing I could have done better was instead of pushing here, I probably should have read this cut a little bit better, and I probably should have jumped instead of just extending. But other than that, I think everywhere else was okay. I think out of all the one dons I played, he played the best. All the other ones kind of just randomly died everywhere. I think he played pretty well. Okay, he turns here, so that's pretty big. If I go here and he tries to cut, he can cut this off. But if he goes here, 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 and cuts me off, I can do that to capture 3 stones. And this one I can still play this one to reduce, so the 2 stone capture is not that big. This doesn't help. So if he goes here, I go here, and it's the same where I can just capture the 4 stones now instead of 3. Okay, so he connects there, and I'll just simply connect. He has to be a little bit careful. So yeah, if I turned here, I can still cut the center group off. So now for in-game, this one feels the biggest. So maybe I'll just do this first to get this out of the way. And this looks like the next biggest. That's about it for the corner ones. See if I can push through and cut this off. Okay. So even after he does all these Ataris, I can still capture the 2 stones. Or more if he doesn't defend here. Atari. I'll just play this Atari first because it's bigger. And threaten this. And now I'll connect. And Score Estimator now is saying I'm ahead by about 30. So my end game is a little bit better. Okay. So even if he Ataris and does this, connect, this is fine. I don't think I have to worry about the peep here because this is pretty much connected, or he can try and run up, but I think I have more liberties. Okay, so what's biggest? They're all pretty small. Well, this looks like Sente, so I'll play this one. And just play some moves around here, trying to reduce his points in the center. There's a chance he could play this Atari, connect to go here, and then he's maybe getting a point here, and then a few more here. I'm not sure why he did this. I don't think this is in any trouble. So this, he connects, doesn't really get me anything, but now I can do this one, where, yep, after he does this, he has to connect, and if he extended, I could have pushed. And I can do this one. Not sure it's really worth it. That's just a few points. So I think I'll go back to the sides and corners. Then again, because of this bad exchange, this isn't Sente. Kare. Now he has to come back and defend here. Okay. He was thinking about it, so I was wondering, did he miss it? So this move wasn't very good because, yeah, it was Gote for him. So I got this one, the Ko. This one's preventing a point while also maybe giving me one. Yep. This one's probably Sente. This one's worth a point. This is worth a point because I can still do this one. But if I do this one, he can capture the one stone. So I'd have to connect first before I can do something like that. I think the reason he's playing so much better is because he's using a lot of time. The other one dons I played, I think they just like 1 second played instantly. Goes there, turn. It's a little confusing. This doesn't really make him a point. I think I'll just push here. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, should have done that. Should have played here. Didn't really think about that one. That's always a mistake I think people make. They don't think. It's just a little more embarrassing because I was just saying how he was playing better because he was thinking. So now this one's a point, that's a point. Okay, so I'll just connect here. Oh, this one's also big. I should have played this one. That one's probably bigger. But I think I'm more than ahead, so yep, still over 30. Okay. He connects. I think that's about it, so I'll request counting. Okay, so yeah, I went by about over 30. Okay. Well, hopefully that was entertaining, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.